Welcome back to Docshala. Today we have another section of a question from dental text, and that too from the subject of endodontics. So today let us now look at about the vertical root fracture of the tooth. So first of all, let us see a question from dental text. So the question is, which of the following is the most characteristic radiographic evidence of a vertical root fracture? Okay, so the options are a persistent periodontal defect, a radiolucent halo surrounding the root of fracture, a radio-opaque lesion at the site of the fracture, or a visible fracture when transillumination is used. So before we arrive at the answer of this question, let us now see the concept of vertical root fracture. So vertical root fracture. So vertical root fractures are longitudinal fractures that originate in the roots of teeth, and with few exceptions, these fractures occur almost exclusively in the endodontically treated teeth. Okay. So here in this image, you can see the vertical root fracture being depicted. So here you can see the normal in the mouth. So clinically that a tooth is somewhat luxated. So here we can see some radiographic evidence of opacities, and here you can see the tooth. So this is an endodontically treated tooth, as you can see it from the radiograph, and here you can observe a fracture in the root surface of the tooth. So let us now see what is the etiology behind vertical root fracture. So these are the predisposing factors for etiology. One is root anatomy, amount of remaining to sound tooth structure, loss of moisture in dentin, amount of bony support, pre-existing cracks, biochemical properties of root dentin. So these are some of the predisposing factors which might cause vertical root fracture. Okay. So one is traumatic occlusion. So when there is a traumatic occlusion, we can expect a vertical root fracture in the tooth, and when there is excessive load on endodontically treated teeth, as you can see from this image. So this is an endodontically treated tooth, but it is having some excessive load on it, and you can appreciate a vertical fracture which it is experiencing here. Okay, and along with that, one more etiological feature is bruxism. So what is bruxism? It is grinding of teeth. So most commonly it happens during night time, but sometimes when the patient is abnormal, the bruxism may also be exhibited by the patient during the daytime also. Coming to the diagnosis. So diagnosis is very difficult to establish during a vertical root fracture because we cannot see it clinically, we cannot identify it radiographically. Also, it is very, because radiographically also it is very difficult to establish. So especially the early lesions, like early fractures, are really very hard to establish. So for early stage, it looks like a hairline fracture. So if at all the root fragments are separated, we can easily identify that there is a vertical root fracture. But if only a hairline fracture is present, it is really very difficult to establish whether it is a vertical root fracture or not. So in this stage, there is no radiographic changes seen in tooth or in adjacent bone. When there is hairline fracture, we can't see any radiographic changes also. So at that time, what we do is we ask the patient to chew on a tooth cloth or a cotton applicator or rubber polishing wheel, and it will when the patient bites the tooth cloth, when he is experiencing pain, then we can identify which tooth he is experiencing pain, and we can do further investigations and see whether it is a vertical root fracture or not. So other diagnostic methods are exploratory surgery or CBCT. So here we can see the exploratory surgery method. So a tooth in question is this, right? So that tooth is being extracted. So after this is extracted, we can see that there is a vertical root fracture. So this is what we call as hairline fracture. Okay. So coming to the clinical features. So as told before, it exhibits the normal clinical features which any pulpitis tooth or any other fracture tooth exhibits. So it exhibits a dull spontaneous pain. Then there is pain on mastication, and there is tooth mobility, and there is periodontal type of abscess. So that you can see it from this image. So this is an endodontically treated tooth, but when we are introducing a periodontal probe into the tooth surface, it is going deep into the tooth surface, indicating there is a abscess in the tooth. So you can see that probe is going deeper into the gingiva. So, and bony radiolucency. So you can see here. So it is also an endodontically treated tooth, but there is a radiolucency here representing a vertical root fracture. Then deep osseous defects and sinus tract near cervical area. So you can see a sinus opening here near the cervical area. So whenever you see a sinus opening near cervical area, so you can establish the diagnosis of vertical fracture. Okay, coming to the radiographic features. So this is what we were asked in the question also. What is the main important radiographic feature which helps us in identifying the vertical root fracture? So please concentrate on the slide. So there are three main important radiographic features which we can see in vertical root fracture. So one is separation of root segments associated with the radiolucency surrounding bone between roots. So this is common. Root segments are separated, so we can easily identify that it is a vertical root fracture. Other thing is hairline fracture like radiolucency, which we can appreciate very closely. Then the third important feature is a halo appearance. So this halo appearance is seen around the root of the tooth. So this is the image where you can appreciate this halo appearance. So you can see that this is an endodontically treated. So this is an endodontically treated tooth, and it is having a vertical root fracture, but it is showing the radiolucency on mesial side, a part of distal side, and also in the apex. So whenever a tooth is showing a combined periapical and periradicular radiolucency on one or both sides of the involved root, it indicates a vertical root fracture. So this is one of the main important features of radiographic features which helps in us identifying a fracture. Okay, let us now look at the management. So prognosis is hopeless in most of the tooth. If it is an endodontically treated tooth, it is extracted. If it is a multi-rooted tooth, the root which is involved is either hemisected and removed, and the remaining tooth structure is preserved by doing an RCT and a crown on. Okay. So let us come back to the question. So the question is most characteristic radiographic evidence. So the most characteristic radiographic evidence is halo appearance. Okay, so the halo appearance, it is option B. Okay, a radiolucent halo surrounding the root of the fracture. Hope this is clear to you. And one more thing here, a visible fracture when transillumination is used. So this is most commonly seen in a traumatic tooth. So this is most commonly used to identify a traumatic tooth. But for a vertical root fracture, we can't do it with clinical examination. Okay. So if you like our video, do subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also follow us on our Instagram handles at Docshala for dental content and at Docshala Medical for medical content. You can also find us on our Telegram handles. Thank you and see you in the next class.